Hastings, welcome to another In Studio. I am Tom Wright, and a spoonful of Black Dirt Theater always makes medicine go down because this year they have the awesome musical of Mary Poppins. And with me today to talk all about this great production coming up July 28th through August 6th, I have the director, Amy Lane. Amy, welcome back to the studio.
Thank you so much.
And we have a new guest here, Rachel Gustafson. Rachel is playing the lead, Mary Poppins. Welcome, Rachel.
Thank you.
All right. So, ladies, let's go back in time a little bit and talk about getting involved, getting that call to direct Mary Poppins. Tell us about that, Amy, and your reaction.
Well, I was super excited. I had so much fun working on The Wizard of Oz last year, and I wanted to have that Black Dirt experience again. So when Robin asked, I said, of course. And then we just started to get the ball rolling, talking about concepts, ideas, hopes, and dreams.
And when was this when you started get that ball rolling?
I don't even remember. I mean, we started talking about it at the end of last summer, but I think it became official probably in the fall.
Okay. And eventually auditions came up to introduce you to Rachel here. When did you have the auditions for Mary Poppins?
We had the auditions in late May, and we actually were about 2 weeks later than we normally were, just because of how prom and graduation and everything were falling in the calendar. We ended up being a little bit later than usual. So it was sometime in like the last week of May that we started, and we'd had it over 2 weekends.
Okay. Then enters Rachel Gustafson.
Yes.
And Rachel, before we get to your audition, tell us more about yourself and your background. Where'd you grow up and how'd you get in the theater and all that kind of stuff?
You know, I have a pretty varied background. I was born and raised in Texas, and I went to college in Colorado. So now I'm here doing Mary Poppins. I really don't have too much of a backstory getting here. But my background as far as theater, I got started late in high school, and I actually didn't grow up being in the theater or anything like that, or choir or anything. So it was mostly a call of the heart when it all began. So this is my third musical, actually.
Okay.
So.
Great. And how did you get word of Mary Poppins?
I actually found an ad for the audition online.
Okay.
So I was able to follow that and make my way here.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, yes. It was very useful.
Excellent. Well,
Awesome.
when she auditioned, she was in the last group of our first day, and our first day was a little bit slow. We didn't have as many people show up as we'd hoped, and so we were sort of thinking, oh, are we going to have a light year for our company? And then these three women walked in who had never auditioned for Black Dirt before. They did not know each other, and they were all amazing. Like, we suddenly were like, whoa, what just walked in? I think that our Mary is in this group. And we did have some other fabulous people show up, but in the end it was Rachel.
Rachel, wow. Tell us more about the auditions there, Amy, on like how many showed up and that sort of thing, and where they all came from.
I don't know the statistics on how many showed up. It was somewhere around probably 150 total.
Okay. Oh, wow.
All ages, 4-year-olds up through grandmas and grandpas. And we had a lot of first-timers this year, Rachel being one of them. We had some people that I've solicited from the community, like my chiropractor and her daughter, Emily Hoke, and the woman who works at her front desk, Renee, and they both ended up getting cast. And we have another new member, Greg Grier, who is a minister here in town.
Okay.
First timer, and he's playing Admiral Boom. And just people from all over the Twin Cities. I mean, you live far.
Yes, I am not around the corner. I actually live in Ramsey, Minnesota. So.
And how far of a drive is that?
It's about an hour.
Okay.
In each direction. So.
Oh, wow.
It was a commitment, but it was Mary Poppins. So.
Well, tell us about your experience in auditions there. How'd that go for you?
I remember the audition going very, very well. I was incredibly impressed with the level of professionalism and how well everything was organized, and I truly was blown away by what the staff and the creative team had already put together just at the forefront. So it went really smoothly. We were on time. We had to learn choreography super fast, and that was crazy because it was like 3 8 counts.
It was, and it was complicated.
It was complicated. So when that came around, I was like, well, we'll just give it a go and see what happens. But it was a really wonderful experience overall.
And which numbers did you have to sing for the audition?
We sang a little bit of one of Mary's songs, if that was the role you were auditioning for. So I sang a little bit of Practically Perfect, which I think is
It's
a
unique
new
to the it's
song.
unique to the musical. It's not in the movie, but it's a song that self-describes Mary. She describes herself as practically perfect in every way, which is of course true. Yeah, it's a sweet little song, and at first when I heard it, when I was listening through the music for the show, I thought, well, this is sort of boastful, Mary. I didn't get that impression from the movie that she was boastful. But upon reading the source materials, I then went and read the P.L. Travers stories, and yep, Mary's a little bit vain.
She is.
Is she?
She really is.
Yes.
Surprisingly, she is not Julie Andrews.
No, not necessarily. This story is a little bit of it's a story, it is Mary Poppins, as you know at the musical. There are some very familiar things in it, songs that people know and love, but it's a little bit of a deeper and sort of darker look at the story of Mary Poppins. It goes more into detail of why is Mr. Banks the way he is? Why is Winifred the way she is, his wife? And how has their past affected their children? Not that it's all that deep, but it does explore those where the film just sort of says, this is the way they are.
Uh-huh. So you guys aren't sugarcoating it, huh?
No, it's a little bit less sugar-coated.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So how big did the cast end up being? How big of a cast are you working with here?
We are working with, I want to say we ended up with about 49 people.
49, okay.
I think that's how it shook out in the end. I'm not exactly sure.
And I understand a lot of families are involved,
Yes.
and there was like a surprise by a father with his son. Tell us about that story.
Yes. Well, we had a little boy in the show last year. He was one of the Munchkins. He was one of the Munchkins who had lines, and his name is Luke Holmes, and he was adorable. It was his first show, and I guess his dad was just really impressed with how that show made him come alive at home. They'd tried sports, and nothing was really fitting, but once he did the play, he was just sparked with this passion, and he did several other shows throughout the year. And then his dad wanted to surprise him by auditioning because he coached his brother in sports and got to have that experience with him. And he said, I have no experience, I don't know what I'm doing, and if you would just let me walk across the stage so that I can do this with my son, it would mean a lot to him and it would mean a lot to me. So we said, okay, sing Happy Birthday. And he could carry a tune. And I said, can you do this bell kick? And he said, yep. And I said, great. And we cast him in the show. And
Is he the man walking across the stage? Is that what he's?
No,
his role
he's
was?
not. He is singing and dancing and acting just the same as everyone else.
Oh, cool.
He's having a ball. Luke is amazing. Luke is playing our Michael of Jane and Michael Banks.
Awesome.
And he is fantastic. He's so funny on and off stage. He cracks me up all the time. And his dad is having a great time. And his mom said to me the other day that he's having so much fun that he's going to audition for other shows.
Oh, cool.
I
Wow.
know, right?
That says something.
awesome.
I know.
Awesome. And I understand there's some familiar families, and he sings that are part of this. Langenfelds, Andy and Mandy Langenfeld,
And
and
their
their sons.
2 sons, yes. Yeah, so.
That's great. And then the Zuzik, I understand Mark Zuzik and his
And
nephew.
his nephew Henry, yep. And I'm the director, and my husband is playing
your
Mr.
husband's on,
Banks.
yes.
And my son is a chimney sweep. My 4-year-old is
Wow.
one of the little chimney sweeps.
Oh, very
So,
cool.
who else do we have? It seems like we have more family. Oh, well, Madeline, Suntime, and her dad Jeremy is in it also. I'm trying to, it seems like there are more.
I have the sisters.
The whole Lawrence family. That's the one I'm missing.
Oh,
so
Sarah.
Bob Lawrence was our Oz last year, and his wife and 2 girls were in the ensemble. And then this year, Sarah Lawrence is our costume designer. Bob is my assistant director, and the 2 Lawrence girls are also in the show.
Wow.
With some featured roles.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Lots of families involved.
Yeah.
Rachel, tell us about rehearsals. How are those going?
They are going absolutely wonderful. We are just cranking it through. I think everyone feels really comfortable at this point. So next week when we go through our tech rehearsals, it's just going to be like running the show every day. It's going to be really amazing. Yeah.
Speaking of amazing, I hear that you're flying.
Yes.
You're gonna be, Mary Poppins is going to be flying, folks.
I am.
Yes. Yes.
And
So-
it is amazing. I don't know if amazing's a grand enough word for it. It has always been a dream for me to fly, so this is just like a double whammy of goodness coming at me. And we just had our first rehearsal yesterday, and then had one early this morning. So it is really comfortable, mostly, and
Mostly.
and it looks really cool. So
We hired Flying by Foy to do our rigging and to teach us how to fly. And the gentleman who came was so professional. I mean, he does this for a living, and he made everyone feel really comfortable. He made everybody feel at ease, safe,
Yes.
and fun, I thought.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
So, do you have any second thoughts when you're up in the air? They're like, oh my gosh, what did I sign up for?
No,
Yeah,
none
like
at
that.
all. I was telling everyone, if I cry, it's not because I'm scared. I'm just so happy. It's just so much fun.
I have so much envy.
We'll just find you up there one day, just hanging out.
I know. I was saying earlier, the harnesses are really specific to the two people who are flying. So yeah, there's not really a chance of sneaking in and flying accidentally.
Yes.
Oh. Well, Amy, let's come back to you and time to put on the sales hat. For those watching, why should they come see Mary Poppins?
This is a family-friendly show. The kids are going to be amazed. I cannot wait for my son to see Mary fly. He's going to lose his mind. There's so much fun. There's so much color. There are songs you know and love, new songs to fall in love with. Every reason in the world to bring the whole family out. Babies and grandmas, everybody's going to love it.
Awesome.
Yep.
And her voice.
Oh.
Come to hear Rachel's voice. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, we look forward to seeing it. Again, it's July 28th through August 6th, Black Dirt Theater's Mary Poppins. And for tickets, where can they find tickets?
www.blackdirt.com. Black Dirt Theater. Thank you.
There we go.
With an ER, not an RE.
With an ER. We'll have it up nice on the graphic right there. You're looking at it.
Thank you.
BlackDirtTheater.com. Well, thank you both for coming in, and very excited to come and see this play in action and see you flying up there.
Yes, please do. It'll be so much fun.
That'll be a lot of fun. Again, Amy Lane and Rachel Gustafson, Black Dirt Theater's Mary Poppins, again playing July 28th through August 6th. You can find your tickets at BlackDirtTheater with an ER.com. There you go. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.